Welcome to day 7 of Master Your Mind program. So I congratulate each and every one of you for taking your time and joining here on Sunday. You can do any other thing, but you prefer to be here. So thank you so much for that. You can say thanks to yourself. So science says that anything if we do regularly for 21 days will become a habit, will become a strong belief. Eventually, belief will turn out to be a habit. So as we were discussing day before yesterday, said that anything if we do new, it's like a new learning to us. We form a new neural connection, which is like a thread. And when we do it again on the day 2 and day 3, day 4, again, and it's like you're adding one more thread, one more thread, one more thread, and finally it becomes like strong rope, strong neural connection. By the end of 21 days, it's not only 21 threads, it is much beyond that, because in quantum world, things happen non-linearly. There is no linearity concept here. After 21 days, it could be some 21,000 threads joining together. The rope will be that thick. So that is the reason why they say anything you do continuously for 21 days will become a habit, will become a part of the routine, part of day-to-day routine to us. Now, as we are doing the meditation regularly, we need not measure the progress every single day. In fact, you may not realize the progress every single day. It might be happening inside, but we may not be able to realize. It's like this example. So there is this guy who is hitting a big mountain rock. Let's assume that it might take 1,000 hits to break the rock. And for the first 950 hits, you may not see anything. The rock is just like, it is still so strong, and you might feel that I hit 950 times, but nothing is happening. But from the 950 to 1,000, it might start showing the crack. So similarly, it happens to us. You may not see any difference for 2 days, 3 days, maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. Or for some people, it may not be after 3 weeks also. But yes, the change is happening inside. And when that threshold point comes, it just takes off. Like how the rock breaks instantaneously. It's just like this. Rome cannot be built on one single day. And meditation also helps us in sharpening our abilities, so that when life hits us with a challenging situation, or when life puts you in a place where you need to take this decision and you have 3 different routes and you are absolutely deadlocked and you are confused in not to choose, confused to choose which one might be the right decision. When life puts you at that particular point, meditation exactly helps you to choose the best one, which happened to me many times from the last 3 to 4 years. So there is this beautiful story on this. So there is this guy who goes to forest to cut the trees and the wood and to make the living. And so what he do, every single day he spends some amount of time in sharpening the axe every single day, so that when the moment comes, when he has to hit the tree, when he has to hit the wood, he can just break it off in one go, rather than waiting till that moment comes and then you go there and then you sharpen the axe, or else even hitting the wood without sharpening it. In a similar way, when life puts us in a challenging situation, if you are meditating regularly for quite some time, if it becomes a habit, if it becomes a part of your day-to-day routine, when that moment comes, it will just like that explode, and then you will be out of that situation very easily. This is one beautiful thing which can happen to us, which you all will experience over a period of time, just like how and many of the senior masters who are sitting here have experienced this. And recently I forgot the film name, and I was watching this film couple of days back. There is this beautiful line in that: it's better to sweat in the playground rather than to split blood in the battlefield. What a beautiful line. He said, it's better to sweat in the playground rather than to spit blood in the battlefield. So it's better to practice more when the life is calm and when we are peaceful, rather than to try and learn something new when we are in that situation where it is full of turmoil and then depression, all that stuff. So yeah, so what we are doing right now is this: we are sweating our blood in the sweat in the playground, and when we go to the battlefield, so we'll easily come out of it without splitting any blood over there. Also, regularity of meditation helps us in breaking this habit. We used to have this small experiment in our physics lab in +2. I don't know if it is still there, where our professor used to give us a thin copper wire, and he asked us to break. Suppose if we have to twist the wire like this 20 times, all it takes was to twist that wire like this 20 times, and the tension increases in the copper wire and it breaks. So if you do a similar experiment in another way, let's assume you went to the lab today, and then you twisted the wire once and then bring it back, and after 2 days you again went to the lab, and then again you did one more twist. Suppose the same 20 twists, if you have made like this in 40 days, do you think that wire will break after 40 days? Maybe the number of attempts would be same, 20 in the first case and 20 in the second case. Obviously in the second case the wire will not break. Why? Because it retains back its elasticity, and then it will not break. In the similar way, suppose if we are working on breaking any particular habit, if we are doing every single day, if we are working twice a day or something like this, then it will be very easy to break that habit. Suppose if we do meditation today, and then you give a break of couple of days, and then you are again back after a couple of days, and then if you are doing like this in by giving so many breaks, then whatever the effort that you had kept on the day one might be gone. Again, when you are doing the meditation on the day 4, it might be the same thing, just like how the wire has retained its strength, and you will not be able to break it. So regularity is the key here. I'm sure most of you are regularly attending for the last 6 days. So now let's get into that meditation, what we are doing from the last 6 days continuously. Call it as Anapanasati meditation. If you are joining here for the first time, it's the simplest of all the meditations. All we need to do is to just observe our breath. Close your eyes, clasp your fingers, cross your legs, and keep observing your normal natural breath. You can either choose to sit on the floor or on the sofa or on the chair. If you want to take the support of the wall, take it. Just make sure your posture is so comfortable that you will be able to concentrate on the breath. So your body should not disturb you when you are doing this.
Lawrence,
Yes.
Madam joined.
So after the meditation, we have a guest speaker today. Lawrence ma'am, she's the next general manager of one of the largest multinational companies of the world, IBM Corporation, and we'll hear from madam after the meditation, guys. Hi, madam, if you're there.
Yes, I'm here. Nice to see everyone. Yeah, we will talk after the meditation.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for joining. All of you had a great meditation today. So while we are relaxing, let's hear from our chief guest today. We have Lawrence ma'am with us. Florence Gaihard Joly is a dynamic executive and a successful leader. She's the next general manager of hybrid cloud infrastructure services at IBM Services and sponsor of mindfulness at IBM. She also holds an executive large deal makers from the University of Pennsylvania, the Wharton School and Business Administration and Management. She also holds general and international business from École Supérieure de Commerce de Lille, schema now from France. Florence ma'am is the author of IBM Service Blog and Think Blog. She's interested in how mindfulness makes you a better leader now. So we welcome you, ma'am, today on this platform to share your valuable insights to all the youngsters over here.
Thanks. You can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Just check. I'm good. Okay, so thanks for giving the opportunity, and thank you for the great meditation. I think I have about 10 minutes. I will try to go to the main point for this beautiful audience. I'm calling from France, and we are in lockdown again. So since 48 hours. So it's really special a condition, and I think it's a perfect time to talk about the benefit of meditation in the business as well as in our lives. So I have been in IBM for 35 years, and I am a mom of two boys. So I have been working and living in France, in New York for 17 years, and also in Singapore. So a very broad experience in multiple business units, from very small startup kind inside IBM, as well as very large business of few thousand people and a few $1 billion of revenue. I was thinking just before this session, I looked again at some surveys about what the leadership and what the CEOs are looking to when they are hiring people. And especially as all the companies have to really become adaptive, resilient, and especially agile. And you can imagine that since now 9 months, it has become paramount to survive in their business, to thrive in their business. Except if you are Amazon, I think everybody else is trying to find a way to be more at service and creative, even remote. And actually the qualities that we are looking for when we hire people is really about people with healthy mind. What does mean healthy mind? It's going to be empathy. It's going to be people who are collaborative, people who are adaptive and agile, people who are resilient, and also people who have a growth mindset. They can face challenges and changes as they come. They can transform. They can help transform the organization or their team as well as themselves. So it has really become critical skills and qualities, and everybody can develop them. Okay, that's the principle of growth mindset. You know, if you think that you will never be good at communicating to a big audience, you will never. If you start the practice of meditation, you start to know about yourself and your infinite potential, then you have a growth mindset and you can say, hey, yes, I can. I just need to learn and I can talk to a large audience. So this is what will define the future leaders also. You know, this emotional intelligence quotient is really the key. You know, we used to say and to joke, and you can find it on Google, you get hired, not anymore so well, but you get hired with your IQ, intelligence quotient, but you get promoted with your EQ, emotional intelligence quotient. So it's very key to develop all these skills. And that's why, you know, especially in time of crisis and pandemic or very big transformation, it can be also a new competitor or a new boss or a new team. Being able to take out of comfort zone project, job, new roles, and be happy about it is something that we can all develop further. And that has been my case. I discovered mindfulness and meditation only 4 years ago. I thought I was doing a pretty good job and successful and so on, but it helped me really accelerate dramatically my business. And you know, when I started meditation, I had acquired a company in Bangalore, and actually my now co-founder partner in this Buddha CEO adventure was the CEO of this company that I acquired, and I learned everything from him and from the community, you know, the South Trend and the Pyramid Valley and all the people working with him. And we actually did the deal. His company was acquired by IBM. In my organization, we worked together very closely, and we tremendously overachieved the business plan that we had built. I think the energy of the team, the sense of purpose was there. And we were also mindful about how this team was integrating very well within IBM teams. So I learned through this journey about all the benefit of meditation. And first was health. During very long, negotiation deal, I needed less sleep. I needed less food. I changed my diet, become a vegetarian. I lost weight and was very energetic. So it was very beneficial, for my business, but as well as my private life, because I had more time to spend with my family. The fear, a lot of the fear I had disappeared. I was not a fearful person, but you always in a group, for instance, with other peers or very senior CEOs, you might say, "Oh, I cannot speak up because maybe I will look a little bit stupid, or I'm not sure about my answer," and so on. All this fear disappeared. So you become fearless, more confident. You take bolder decision, faster decision. Sometimes decision would take me 3 months 10 years ago. After the benefit of meditation, it was not 3 months, it could be 3 hours, at maximum 3 days. But I was trusting my intuition. So all this confidence came from meditation and practicing, thanks to meditation, mindfulness, all day long. The key benefit also was this, what Chandra was used to call science of friendship. So friendship is something that happens naturally. But when you go into meditation and mindfulness, you learn the science of friendship. Science of friendship might be, for instance, how to develop your empathy. You can be at work, you have a colleague who is telling you a story that is very important for him or her. You learn to really listen carefully. Listen carefully, stop doing anything else. And then be able to give a genuine feedback, a genuine advice, okay? Or just express empathy because this person is through a difficult moment and you just want to be really empathic and not just sympathetic with an advice that will not go very far. So this capability of listening well, being really present, not judging, became skills, mindful skills that comes with the awareness that meditation is providing to you and becomes a natural way of living. So it has really good impact with clients, with colleagues, with peers, with business partners. Anybody that you touch the life with is part of this science of friendship. And I committed when I started meditation after few weeks that I was feeling so much benefit to talk about mindfulness meditation to at least one person a day. You cannot imagine how many great people I met through that, because sometimes you have talked to everybody in your family, around your friends and so on. Who else can you talk to? Well, you have to make a move, a step. And it's going to be maybe a teenager from a friend, a family, or it's going to be your dentist, or it's going to be at the grocery store, anybody, or somebody sitting near you in a plane, or the driver of a taxi. In hours of discussing with driver of taxi in traffic of Bangalore, I remember that very well. So it's really a science, and you can learn the science of friendship. Then you develop bolder ideas. You have a very positive, even miraculous thinking. So all this awareness is helping your energy, your health. You are aware of your body. You listen to your body, so it's giving you vitality much more. And I felt that, very fast, and that's why I decided to teach mindfulness and meditation inside IBM. First to my teams, then to executive, then to very large organization. And within 2 years, with of course some people, including with Chandra, we have been probably teaching or seeding the science of meditation to more than 12,000 people. So again, it's part of a growth mindset, because you would have told me that a few years ago that I would be talking to this audience 4 years later about meditation, where there are many times where I am the only non-Indian person, by the way. I would have been saying, are you crazy or what? No, I mean, this journey will guide you in many places that you cannot even imagine now. So this is very exciting because uncertainty, new things is what makes life really interesting. And you will feel also that the people around you benefit from this. So again, we finished the meditation on gratitude. That's also something that has been extremely powerful in my journey with meditation. Again, I was feeling I was doing a good job. I was managing by kindness. So I believe that since I started the business, kindness is a strength. It's not always difficult to do, but I was managing through that. But with this mindfulness meditation, it became part of my DNA in a sense. Expressing gratitude, or even celebrating much more, because it's fun. And gratitude is not like always serious. It can be really fun. So having this sense of like a child, celebrating any small event, any small success at work, any grades that you get at school, anything, a good cake, whatever, learn to express gratitude and to celebrate. That's a discipline, that's also a skill, and people around you will benefit from this energy. Just smile. Smiling is creating chemicals in the body. This is the cheapest tool we have to create empathy and to create energy in the body. Okay, so just I had a post-it, with a smiley and smile, on my display for months and months and months until it became something. And I still have to remember myself, smile. So try it, and you will see the benefit of it. So I really encourage you to continue. Pradeep was very clear. Regularity, practice. Don't skip a day in 21 days. If you skip a day, you restart the 21-day cycle. So it's better to spend 5 minutes before going to bed than skip a day. But regularity is what creates the new connection in your brain and will make you mindful the entire day. And that's how you're going to feel really absolutely wonderful. With that, Pradeep, I turn back to you.
Thank you, ma'am. So insightful. Friends, I forgot to mention, Lawrence ma'am is the co-founder of our foundation, Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, along with Chandra sir. And yeah, I think each and every one of us, or many of us who are on the screen today, might be looking for that good job, or be looking for that promotion. And she exactly told what leaders of the companies are looking for the people with the healthy mind, people with easy to adapt to change, and flexible mindset and growth mindset and ease of making friends. And meditation exactly helps us in acquiring all these qualities by increasing our emotional coefficient, EQ. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time here.
Sure. And I can stay for a few more minutes if needed for a question.
Yes. So friends, if any one of you want to interact with ma'am, she's available for some more time. You can just type in the chat, or you can raise your hand so that we'll unmute you and you can start interacting with Lawrence ma'am.
So, a very good evening, ma'am. It was really wonderful listening to you. Ma'am, I want to know, like, how has meditation helped you in your personal life? I was literally very happy to hear about how it has helped you in the professional life for making quick decisions and having growth mindset and everything. But how do you think, like, it would have helped you in your personal life? And another question, if you have to give some suggestion to the current generation, what would you tell us? Like, you're so inspiring, but like, what lesson from your life do you think you want to give us as youth we should take into us?
Yeah, that's a good question. Two good questions. First, on the personal life, you can expand, everything I said. Actually, after 1 year of meditation, we were at a dinner with friends, and to my surprise, because we had never talked about that, and to a question of a friend, my husband answered that it had been the best year of his life. And that's why I continued meditation. And it had become even a joke at home, especially at the beginning. If I was coming too nervous from work, or I was starting to multitask, my family would tell me, go in your room and do some meditation, right? So they were very supportive. It has changed relationship because I was really listening and I was present. I stopped multitasking. I stopped worrying about everything. I had a very bad situation with my elder son, and I decided to take him to a restaurant, for instance, one-on-one. He was 22. And I told him, okay, everything is gone. The past is the past. He was looking at me like I'd become crazy. And I said, I totally forgive you. It's okay. And he knew he had done something wrong. So I told him also, and that's part of the empathy. I said, by the way, for me, it's over. It's okay. I won't think about it forever. You learn from this experience and so on. But I want you also to forgive yourself. And that's where I was the most surprised, because it was really a very intense conversation. And I said, I know you feel guilty. I know you should have not done this, blah, blah, blah. And we don't want to come back on this situation, but I want you to forgive you, because just look at it, you learn from it, and you know you will never do it again. And that's what happened. It changed the relationship and went deeper and deeper. So you are calmer, more peaceful, more energetic at home. You are present. That's really the best gift you can give to someone, is give the person your attention. That's very key. And we all multitask. So, you know, it's good to remind yourself, thanks to meditation, mindfulness, that when you are somewhere, you are somewhere. Put the magazine on the table if you listen to your partner or your kid. Okay, when you play Lego with them, play with them. Don't have your phone, you know, vibrating in your pocket. It will change really the relationship. You feel it's small things. It's not small things. It's very, very big thing. And as your new generation, all this is valid as you grow up. Okay, all this quality I mentioned, you know, they were not part of the list 30 years ago when companies that were hiring. Okay, we were not learning the skill of being happy. Just know that in Harvard or in Stanford, some large university in the US, and now it's becoming pervasive, there are course about learning to be happy. And it's a skill. In the UK, they are really strong about this. Being happy is a skill. To be happy, you have to find, you know, to learn about how to make decision and respond to event instead of reacting. Okay, so all of this you will learn with meditation, but just tell yourself you can really transform yourself. You can do anything, you know, as long as you decide to do it and to put the energy in it. Okay, so that's what I can tell you. But if I was, you know, when I learned meditation, I was thinking, oh my God, if I had done that 40 years ago, it would have changed my life. Well, it says that when the student is ready, you know, the teacher is appearing. That's what happened to me. Maybe I would have had a different experience. But I know that if I can help young people, even at school, young people at school or in college, they will benefit from it, for their studies, for their success, for their personal life, and for their health also, because you need to be healthy to enjoy this life.
True. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. You are a great inspiration to all of us.
Thank you. And practice, practice, practice.
Ma'am, will keep in mind.
Thank you. So, ma'am, this is Ayush Nanda. I wanted to ask how meditation has helped your company, like company as a whole. What are the positive changes you see in IBM after adopting this meditation practices and all? In terms of what results you have gained in your company through this meditation?
That's a challenging question. I cannot speak in the name of IBM as a whole company. This is 400,000 people, so all over the world. So it would be a bit arrogant on my side to explain how it has changed IBM. I can speak about the people I have been talking to and teaching meditation to. The thing is that at some point, there are programs in any enterprise, you know, for well-being and wellness. In IBM, we had the Be Resilient program, which was a set of modules available to anyone to learn from. Okay, there was also, for instance, the Positive Leadership Edge that all the managers had to go through. So there are many enterprise programs. In each of these programs, mindfulness meditation was one module. Okay, so because it's a kind of foundation, you cannot be a positive leader if you are not aware of yourself, if you are not aware of the tone that you use with your team. Okay, if you are not aware of how you design a purpose for an organization, how you give feedback and all of this. So how you can manage sometimes difficult, difficult employee situation and so on. So it's like a pillar, a foundation, a building blocks of all these programs. Okay, and at some point, the CEO, the ex-CEO now of IBM, Ginny Rometty, as we had done a session to the entire very senior leadership team, asked me to become the sponsor of mindfulness. And we had a mindfulness community that was born grassroots initially. And when I left in July, we had probably around 15,000 people, very active and engaged people, okay, to try to expand their knowledge, but also expand to more people. What I know that in my team, the last, for instance, in the cloud migration organization, we were doing migration of application to the cloud. Sorry, it's an IT example, but you do that during the nights or the weekend. Of course, if you do a migration of an application on IT to another site, you're not going to do it during the day, you know, for a bank or any kind of service. So it's during the night, and you might have challenges or technical unexpected challenges at 2 a.m. in the morning. You better first stay calm, collected, to avoid the emotion to burst inside the team or yourself or the client. And you may have been lucky, thanks to mindfulness meditation across your team, to create a culture of empathy and helping each other. And that's what I was doing, making sure everybody was continuously learning, collaborating, feeling as one team, one family actually, and help each other no matter what country you are in. Okay, so these kind of things happened again and again and again. And the team feedback was extremely positive, and they were asking for more. And some people, went very, very far in their journey, some less far, but the overall benefit was extremely high. At senior executive level, as well as for the young hired employees.
My question is regarding non-performance organization. There will be some 10-20% will perform less than others. For non-performance, what is the strategy? How to bring them in performance?
So again, there are multiple ways of managing a situation with low performers. My approach is that you always need to understand the reason and have genuine, real conversation. Low performance, you can be from time to time in your life a low performer for many reasons. You can have aging parents that just arrive at your home and you need to take care of them. You might have discovered that it's my case that one of your kids is handicapped and will be handicapped all life. You can have sickness. You can have a feeling that you are not welcome in a new team. You can be maybe not passionate about the topic, or I would say the core business of this specific project or this specific team and so on. So there are many, many reasons. So it's very, very key to always first have real conversation with people and make sure we are in sync on what we feel. And when you have created confidence and trust with the team, they are willing to listen to your feedback. They are willing to be able to talk about what they feel themselves. So the science of friendship, that's why it's very, very broad. It's helping people to trust that they can really openly talk about what they like or they don't like. And sometimes, I can tell you, it's controversial, but sometimes some people were absolutely relieved because I proposed to them to move to another business unit or even to move out, because they knew that they were not happy there. But you know, you need a trigger at some point to take you know, the chance to go and start something else. So listening and true conversation are really critical. My second point is that, you know, everybody needs a second chance. So we always have, when we have understood the situation, to give maybe more education sessions, more tools, or maybe to change a little bit the condition. For instance, some people are not so mobile. They say, oh, I am mobile, but when they are in a project where they are supposed to be very mobile, like traveling all the time to Australia and so on, it's important that they can say, well, finally, it's too difficult for my family. Okay, and then you can change that. So understanding, and then after that, I mean, you can have true conversation. And you know, in any company, sometimes you have also to do some layoff. It happens. So it's just to discuss and give advice and coaching to the person. And also some people are really not where they should be. For instance, they are just bored by what they are doing, and they actually dream about doing something else. So that's why I'm really pushing on having this trust and empathy created. Because if you have this conversation, but after 1 minute you start giving advice to the person, oh, you should do this or that, nothing will happen. Empathy is really trying to create the condition for understanding what's going on. And somebody who is a low performer in a job can be an amazing performer in another job. Okay, so it's as nothing personal. Everybody is unique, has unique strengths. You know, I know the things that I'm bored with, and I'm always you know, hiring people who are very good at that, and I have very good conversation with them and say, you know, I'm really bored by this topic, but I need the best person to do it. So work with me, and I will delegate everything to you. I will trust you. You make the decision. And at the same time, if you could be nice to teach me a little bit so I can increase my skills still. But these kind of things can happen. So, and now you have low performers who have decided that they don't want to move an inch or to learn anything. And they have potentially a fixed mindset and say, I am at the maximum I can do. You know, it's over for me. Or you have people saying I'm too old. But still, you can try to seed the willingness to change and to keep learning. Okay, the thing that I really could never accept is people who are telling me I'm too old for this. What does it mean? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't recognize always yourself, because this is where you discover that your mind is not your body. Okay, your mind is still young, as when you were, you know, 15 years old or 20 years old. So keep this mindset. Don't trust the mirror. And that's why you can always learn new things and meet new people and take new challenges and enjoy it.
Wonderful line, ma'am. Someone who is lower performer here could be a better performer somewhere else. So this says that everyone is good. So there is no junk here.
Absolutely.
So we really enjoyed your talk as well as your question answer session.
Happy to come back anytime, Pradeep, on specific topic. And I really wish everybody an amazing journey in meditation, mindfulness. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. But practice. Talk about it. Diwali is coming in India. You know, Thanksgiving is coming in the US. You're going to have amazing family conversation talking about mindfulness and so on and so on. That I can tell you, I had very good family discussion with that. And as you're going to try to convince everyone, that's how you're going to learn even more, because you start teaching. So with that, wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Lawrence, ma'am. Very great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Okay, friends. So we are done for today. Let's meet tomorrow again, 5:30 p.m. sharp.